welcome back for another video. I know that you are waiting for us to install Configuration Manager, but we are almost there. So in this video, we are going to talk about database. So we installed we installed SQL, configure SQL, update, all those kind of stuff before, but that one was on the SQL side. Now we are talking about the database for Configuration Manager. And you can see, okay, Configuration Manager will create the database for me. I don't have anything to do. Will be all good, just next, finish, and that's it. Not entirely true. Configuration Manager will create a database for you if the database does not exist. But will it create the way that it should be created? So let's have a look on our calculator again. So for the Configuration Manager database for 25,000 devices, we need 4 files. The total is going to be about 256 gig, and each file will be 64 gig in size and auto growth of 6,400. If you don't create the database before, what Configuration Manager will do? Will create one file. But if you change this later on, it will not improve the performance as much as possibly if you had 4 files since the beginning. It will increase the performance from 1 file to 4, of course, but it's not as much as it should be. So to get away from that, we need to create the database before. But how do we create the database? So another Configuration Manager MVP, let me just, Kent, he created a script that does that for us. I'm not sure if he created a script or he just published the script. But unfortunately, the script is no longer available on his website, but it's still available on my GitHub. So github.com/.raphael, and we have here tools. And inside tools, there is a folder called scripts. And there, if you scroll down, we have SCCM dynamically created database.sql. So this is the file we are going to use. So I already downloaded this file here, and is on my documents. We can see here the file. So let me just open the SQL Server Management Studio. Again, we are going to use this SQL Server Management Studio a lot. So this is one of the reasons I installed on the SQL. But again, you can use in any remote server. And while we are doing that, just remember, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So doing this, of course, the channel will grow, but you're going to help yourself, your friends, and your co-workers to learn more about Configuration Manager and anything related with the Microsoft Endpoint Manager. Okay, so here on the SQL, let's just connect to the SQL instance. We have the installation, and let's open here a new query. On the new query, what I'm going to do is just open that file. So here, open, and browse to the documents, SCCM dynamically created database. And here we have the database. There are a couple of things we need to do in terms of changing the script. The first one is the Configuration Manager site code. We are going to talk about site code later on, but I'm going to use P01, okay? And here is number of files. I'm going to use 4. What is the initial size, growth, and so on. I'm going to use everything as 1024 meg, because for me is more than enough. Remember, we are in a lab environment here. If you bring back here the calculator, we can see here for 25,000, we'll need 4 files of 64 gig each file. log file also being 64 gig, the auto growth would be around 6 gig, and the auto growth for the log file would be about 12 gig. So this is where you are going to change those numbers here. I'm going just to use this 4, and then I'm going to use here 1024 for everything. And that's it. I don't need to change anything else. What I'm going to do now is click execute. What is going to happen is going to tell me what it will do. Okay? So this is what it would do for me. But it didn't do anything because I left here execute commands 0. So I'm just looking here if things are actually correct. Now that I actually, okay, yeah, this is what I really want, I'm going to put here execute bits equals 1, and I'm going to click execute. Now it's actually executing the script. And if you go here, databases, we can see here CMP01 now has been created. CM underscore. And the site code we put there. We are going to talk about this later on. But just bear in mind, this create, and if my calculations are correct, it should have created the files with 1 gig or 1024, and the growth being also 1024. So again, 1 gig. To validate, right-click the database, go Properties, Files. And you can see here we have 4 files and the log, and auto growth set to 1 gig. Okay, so all good so far. Now we have the database created, and we have the configuration manager almost ready for us to install the configuration manager. But we are going to install configuration manager or connect to the configuration manager server and start to do the configurations on that server shortly after from the next video. But before that, remember, put your comments on the comment section, and I will have a look in every single comment and questions and try to answer as much as I possibly can. Don't forget to follow me on all the networks, .Raphael or RaphaTeaches is going to be my name. So also don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And click that little bell icon so you will be notified every time we upload a new content. Thank you very much, and see you on the next video.